6 consecutive times, the Electoral Commission has postponed the re-collation of result for the Ablekuma North constituency. This has only resulted in raising tensions each day by day and each minute in the constituency, with NDC members and supporters who are yearning to know who is declared the winner, of which they believe that certainly it is their candidate in the person of Irregularities who has won that election. But just to run you through a brief timeline of how things have gone over the period, we know that on 10th December, the Electoral Commission declared Irregularities as the winner of the election. Now, 3 days later, which was on the 13th December, the EC came back again to say that that declaration was not right, and so the result was annulled. Fast forward, on 17th December, we know about that story that happened at the Kwashiman cluster of schools, where ballot papers and ballot materials were burnt to ashes, raising questions and concerns about how the Electoral Commission was able to even undertake the re-collation. And a day after that, the NPP went to court. After that, re-collations have happened, and they all ended in stalemate as the Electoral Commission was unable to, declare anyone winner. The last one was yesterday, a re-collation exercise which was supposed to take place, which was yet again postponed or suspended, making it the 6th consecutive time. Today, the NDC executives of that constituency are raising alarm and are accusing the Electoral Commission of showing its biasness towards the NDC. They believe that all of this is taking place in order to favor the NPP candidate in the person of Ekuya Efriye. I have the director, or the constituency director of elections for the NDC in Ablekuma North, in the person of Daniel Tonyiga, who is here to talk to me really about what their concern really is. And also, Kemini, we know that very soon, the Electoral Commission itself would provide an update on this, because also the returning officer, Vincent Orban, has indicated that he cannot go ahead with undertaking his duty as the returning officer for the constituency due to the back and forth. Daniel, you are live on TV3, your election command center. What is your concern really?
My concerns are obviously written down on my speech. If you you indulge me, I'll just go straight and I will tell the general public that we wish to address the true state of the Ablekuma North constituency parliamentary elections following the 6th illegal re-collation exercise. Even though an initial declaration was made by the same commission, we regret to inform you that a 7th time illegal re-collation was attempted yesterday, just as you made mention. Thursday, the 9th of January 2025. We, the NDC side, was not invited. Now, these are some of the key issues we want you to understand. The EC regional chairperson, in the person of Madam Gladys Pinkra, and some EC officials have from the onset displayed their excess love for the MPP side. This was
but these are claims. How do you substantiate such claims?
Of course, their cameras, your cameras captured them even when we were doing the last re-collation. Of course, your cameras captured it. Your colleague Goldberg Alogbe interviewed the woman and told her, we saw you taking a pink sheet and you were snatching it and trying to hide it from the glare of the public. This is very glaring. And we need not to belabor the point. Everybody knows, everybody watching TV saw that Madam Pinkra snatched a pink sheet. Exactly. So this one, it's a clear-cut collision from the EC. And we want to say this with all emphasis, that some presiding officers have confirmed that the pink sheets supplied by the EC on the MPP behalf 1 month after the elections are altered pink sheets. We can make these police station codes available to you. Now, 7 out of the 13 POs, that is the presiding officers who the EC presented to authenticate some results, were imposters. And they are not the actual people who were the presiding officers on the election day. Now, this explains why the EC failed to adhere to the call for some identification for these presiding officers. Now, a presiding officer was forced to authenticate 2 different pink sheets on the same day. 2 different pink sheets. One was an altered scanned document, and the other was an altered pink sheet. Now, the returning officer requested the signature of a PO through a WhatsApp. This was scanned and transferred onto the statement of pool to favor the MPP. We can provide the polling station code, day and time this illegality took place. Currently, 1 out of the 3 is being convinced with huge offers to turn up at a secret location to confirm the forged result to the advantage of the MPP candidate. We are monitoring. We want to say we are monitoring. Anything that happens, we'll let the public know.
And so going forward, really, would you agree to some who are making a suggestion that if possible, there should be a rerun really of the election, especially in these areas?
I want to state without any equivocation that just as you made mention when you were chronicling the events of a series of events, on the 10th of December, our candidate, Honorable Erabna Obin, was declared.
Sure.
After that declaration, there have been illegal re-collation. Now, who is to say we should do any rerun? There is nothing like rerun. Just as we have called you here, all these series of events are not part of the formulation of all the regulations for these elections. Why must we even accept in the first place a rerun? Because we know our candidate has been declared and she won the election duly.
But you don't have pink sheet, for instance, to substantiate some of these things, for which reason the EC largely has relied on the scanned pink sheet of the NPP. So how do we resolve the dispute with the outstanding polling stations?
Absolutely. Listen, when we began the coalition, after 165 at the District Coalition Center, when we were asked to come here, we brought our pink sheets from 166 to 219. Sure. MPP from all this while had indicated that they had no pink sheet. Listen, my statement is clear. MPP had indicated from all this while that they had no pink sheet. But miraculously, as I always say, when we collated to the 219, they started bringing in pink sheet from where? The question is, where did they pick all these pink sheets from? Manufactured. All these were all manufactured, and we know. That is why I am in the helm of affairs, and I know what we are doing. Sure. Most of the pink sheets they bring are altered. As compared to the figures we have collated, these pink sheets do not match with this figure. That is why most of the POs that came there the last time were saying that no, the figures over here are not correct. Yes. We cannot authenticate it. We cannot say we confirm these figures on the pink sheet. The reality must be set straight. Listen, we are Ghanaians. At the end of the day, we have conscience and we need to say the truth. The truth of the matter is that MPP, because they know they had lost the election, they had done everything possible with support from the EC to turn the will of the people of Ablekuma. But we will not accept it.
All right. So those are really the concerns of the NDC executives of Ablekuma North, who say that they are going to resist by every drop of their blood attempt by what they say an attempt by the Electoral Commission to declare the NPP's Irabna Obin as the elected candidate or representative for Ablekuma North. We know that the last time the Electoral Commission brought about 20 polling or presiding officers to more or less like authenticate the details on the scanned pink sheet by the Electoral Commission, we ended in a stalemate. The Electoral Commission, for instance, has mentioned over and over again that it has allowed for the use of scanned pink sheet. And so if the NDC is unable to provide any counter data, it will go ahead to declare who EC says is the right winner. But in all of this, it is Ablekuma North that is still not having a member of parliament, with the new or the 9th parliament already in session. Christian Yale, we have been coming to you live from the Greater Accra Regional Office of the Electoral Commission. Back to you, Kemini.